My name is John DeVries. I'm the Vice President of Research for the Land Economics Foundation. Our work is to put into practice the principles of LAI, connecting professionals, sharing knowledge, advancing best practices. Your foundation supports innovative research, case studies, and community development efforts, applying land economic principles to human problems for a better future. Now, not every LAI member is familiar with LEF. In fact, some have said we are one of LAI's best-kept secrets. So to make the Foundation's work better appreciated, we're building a video library of grant presentations on the LAI YouTube channel. This is your sneak preview of 3 new presentations from the 2018 Orange County LEW, each made possible by your generous donations. This grant was awarded to ZIA Chapter in Santa Fe. ZIA initiated a project revitalizing St. Michael's Parkway, a commercial corridor of 1.25 miles in Santa Fe, with new housing.
So this project started when our chapter decided to have sort of a brainstorming session among our members. Who are we as ZIA LAI? How can we contribute, and what matters most? And what we considered and what we felt mattered to the folks in the room was this strip of St. Michael's. It's 7 lanes wide. It's sort of, strip mall kind of development, lots and lots of parking, lots and lots of asphalt. What we learned from looking at all these studies is consistent needs came up, most importantly housing. So that was step 1, is coming up with a draft ordinance that is really smart. But step 2 is where we came in as ZIA LAI. So we started with pro formas for 3 actual pieces of ground along St. Michael's. And through that process, we were able to arrive at an understanding of what incentives matter, what incentives make a real difference, what incentives actually got the developer teams excited. In the past 12 months, since I reported to you all last, as John was saying, we have seen the completion of the first project in the Midtown linked to use the incentives, and it's a senior housing project, so residential, what we wanted. So we're very excited about continuing this project forward. So we definitely want to say thank you.
This project is a market study for a cross-border meeting and conference center between the U.S. and Mexico, the Dos Puertos International Trade and Innovation Center. It was undertaken by the San Diego chapter in collaboration with the University of California, San Diego, utilizing 8 grad students from 4 universities in the U.S. and Mexico.
Hey, wouldn't it be cool if we had a place where we could go in one door on our side of the border, they could go in on their side, we could meet and go back out? It changes the paradigm. No border waits, no need for visas, no discomforting of traveling in the other country. So there's one more challenge, though, and the potential investors that we talked to, although interested, had no model. There was no way they could calculate REI because there was no history that they could go from. The funding from Land Economics Foundation made it possible.
There really is nothing that compares. There is a strong sense of demand for this type of space. And from our study, Nettleton Strategies and BV Resorts are forming a joint venture to move forward.
Today we have Gabrielle Leon, PhD. Gabrielle directs the education efforts of the Chicago Architecture Foundation, recently renamed the Chicago Architecture Center. There have been 2 grants provided by Land Economics Foundation for this very, very exciting project. This project is called Meet Your City, and it's an education effort that Gabrielle and her staff are undertaking to reach 30,000 8th and 9th graders in the Chicago public school system and educate them about the importance of public planning. The book we're talking about having been printed is what in my generation would call a comic book. It's a graphic novel.
On behalf of the Chicago Architecture Center, I really do want to thank every one of you for the support, which now is in its 2nd year.
No Small Plans is a brand new graphic novel. It follows the adventures of young people in Chicago in the past, present, and future.
We published this book a little over a year ago, and we've been putting it to work. As I mentioned before, it's in every single Chicago public library. The library's really been a wonderful partner, but so have teachers, individual teachers, and their principals. Thank you so very much for your support.
Wouldn't one of these 20-minute videos make a great chapter event? Of course it would. Talk to your events chair about holding a screening. You can also have an LEF board member in attendance via phone or in person by contacting Sheila Hamilton, Executive Director. Haven't seen the Baltimore LEW videos? Interested in the presenter's PowerPoints? Look for upcoming LAI e-blasts and keynotes. And be sure to consider endorsing this work by checking that little $50 box when paying annual dues, or donate anytime on the LAI website. From funding a chapter initiative creating housing, to a market analysis for an international cross-border conference center, to a graphic novel introducing Chicago school children to city planning, this is what LAI and your donations to LEF are all about. Thank you.